I lack information. Person. To this task. Consider hiring a pawn better apprised of such matters.
Slow your feet. You run too fast for the likes of me.
Let us endeavor to keep up, so we are less fleet-footed.
Prepare yourself!
Consider me your bulwark. These writings could be of import.
Shall we take a closer look?
Oh dear.
'Twas a fascinating tale those soldiers outside the palace were discussing.
Regarding the Queen Regent and an important personage, you mean?
Aye. Tell is her ties to this figure from the neighboring country have a romantic tint.
I'm afraid I'm unfamiliar with the matter at hand. Perhaps we should have a more knowledgeable pawn join our party.
I have noticed that the abbess goes out every night without fail. Perhaps you could wait for her to leave and slip into the basement sick room then.
What teachings might salve the people's woes?
At last, the moment I've been waiting for. Allow me to gather these up.
I'm afraid I'm unfamiliar with the matter at hand. Perhaps we should have a more knowledgeable pawn. You came to see...
How might we enter the basement sick room?
Not a bad idea.
Well met. This here's the sanctuary of tipplers. I assume you'll be starting off with a mug of the good stuff. Many thanks.
Rejoice, my darling, for your Albert is returned.
Welcome home, dear.
I spend my days spinning yarns, only to come home to a wife for whose radiance I have no words. If there is a more fortunate fool in...
Oh, you bold-faced...
Listen up, you lot. Aye, the ale's on me tonight, so drink up, my friends. Drink your fill.
Dead on my feet.
Is there aught I can assist?
I fear I've much to attend. Chaos in the world begins.
I do hope naught befalls Lupamit. I do the same thing every single...
Finish it tomorrow. Why's my life so rotten?
Supper and a night's rest is all I need.
Would that I ne'er had cause to draw steel.
I'd gladly stay here forever if I could.
Scripture.
I lack information pertinent to this task. Consider hiring a pawn better apprised of such matters.
I only held my best. I don't like it here. I want to go home. What's the wind blow my fur every week?
Suppose I can finish it tomorrow.
Dead on my little feeling.
I don't feel safe here.
I don't like it here. I want to go home.
Ouch, that smarts!
What about this place next door?
I know not why, but the words basement sick room set my hair on end. Shall we investigate?
I concur.
I'm afraid I'm unfamiliar with the matter at hand. Perhaps we should have a more knowledgeable pawn join our party.
I wonder what rumors the morrow has in store.
I get the
Suppose
sense
that's enough
I
for
would
one day. What am I to do?
There's comfort in the humdrum of daily life.
Wickedness has no hold.
Danger might lurk anywhere. Wear every shadow and mind the ceiling.
We'll manage whatever comes. We always do, don't we?
Let me get that.
I'm afraid I'm unfamiliar with the matter at hand. Perhaps we should have a more knowledgeable pawn join our party.
Good work!
Glad to be of service.
Splendid.
Surely this is a jest. All that effort for so little gain?
Rarely have I felt so empty.
We shall have to crane our necks to spot our foes in a place like this.
We must be ready for anything.
I know not why, but the words basement sick room set my hair on end. Shall we investigate?
I concur.
Suppose I can finish it tomorrow. Places such as this ought to be to share with me your trouble.
Medicine? Now!
I lack information pertinent to this task. Consider hiring a pawn better apprised of such matters.
Mayhaps would serve us well to track down the former patients mentioned in these records of treatment.
Indeed, you are correct.
Wickedness has no hold.
You're back. Pray, tell me, have you found anything? What? Do you think... Could I trouble you to look into this? Mayhap you could show it to the doctor I saw a Pray, sir, do what you can. I must know. You're back. Pray, tell me, have these look like... Record? Johann and Bruno? I know these two. I recall them being especially meek to the abbess. Mayhap that's what got... At any rate, they may know aught of use. You're back. Pray, tell me, have you found anything? I have noticed that the abbess goes out every night without fail. Perhaps you could wait for her to leave and slip into the basement sick room then.
But I like it.
Ingredients are plentiful here about.
Well met. I assume you'll be starting off with a mug of the good stuff.
Is it true you're the Arisen? Only, I seem to recall some... Just be sure you play your part well. Well, a fellow Drake or two, and I reckon you'll learn...
Oh, well.
Lady Eleanor's a goodly I wavered between life and death. Can't say as I missed that basement. Suppose 'tis only to be expected, given the state of... Aye, that Lady Eleanor is a...
Elena? Ah, yes. The abbess. A fine woman by all accounts. I was in her... You see, I was only a little under the weather when I entered her care. But then I started getting sicker, and in the end I survived. But methinks... And once, I saw her. She handed him a large parcel, all wrapped. You'd think 'twere medicine. But I'd not... They were whispering. But I did hear one of them say aught about keeping quiet. Where'd they meet? 'Twas in the square, in the eastern part of the common quarter. And always a night, as I recall.
Nary a tale to be had.
Time to be heading.
I'm not. This interested in my I'm dead on my feet. Maybe I'll just remember.
Living's odd. But dreams free, I say. 'Tis a ladder. Shall we see where it leads?
Ah, excellent find.
Here.
Aye, this is plenty. Lord Phasus is like nicely done. Suppose it...
You suppose wrong. I command their full...
Ha! You're a fearsome...
Enough.
Ah, of course.
Glad we understand each other.
Aye, be seeing you.
Lord Phasus, 'tis a name of great import. Of that, I am certain.
I know not what to make of this. A good sleep will ensure... I return...
Our adventure continues.
Come. We've much to be getting on. With.
I don't know about you, but I am full of vim and vigor.
Gather round, treat your ears to a tale by...
If our destination is a distant one, travel by ox cart might be worth considering.
Got to keep my arms strong.
Now this... Know your place.
Have you ever been at... Well, whenever I'm lost, I go to a professor. Services are not to be underestimated. So if you're ever in need of guidance, why not... Sometimes this is the only place I can find peace. Best make haste, else I'll be at this all night. Oh, I can't complain.
I've never seen aught like this. I'd wager my own master would be astounded to learn of its existence.
I'm just grateful I get to lead a quiet life.
I do not believe you have a right.
What brings you here?
I dare say you do not belong.
The sculptor's home is located in... The sculptor's home is located in Back Batal. Run along and speak to...
I've heard there's a means to tell if someone who claims to be arisen is in fact the real thing.
Now there's a worthy prize. If only 'tweren't so far away.
This ox cart's bound for the checkpoint rest. I'll not take you anywhere till I've had my due.
One must take pride in that.
My shot best if I like. How haven't you allegedly arisen?
Enough!
so soon? Why, we seem to have come through unscathed.
Overconfidence is an enemy in and of itself. Let us instead strive to better ourselves with every battle.
The creature's corpse will serve us well.
You cut quite the hunter's figure.
Oi, you there! You've just arrived in town, haven't you? I don't mean to pry, only it's my grandson.
Morris!
What? No! How can that be?
I've just heard news.
Oh, my poor boy.
Morris.
Do you truly expect me? The soldiers won't do aught for concern it all. He's right. But,
Let me think on this. I find then it turned tomorrow will be no different.
Aye? In need of a doctor, are you? What's this you're giving me? Oh, I see. You want me to run some sort of test on this? Interesting. Well, you've certainly piqued my curiosity. Naturally, I'll need a bit of time with it. Come back again in...
It seems Ibrahim's scrap store offers confidential appraisals of jewels and the like. I can guide you there if you wish.
True enough.
Pretty kind. Fancy a look at my wares?
welcome. If you think me a liar, then buy something and see the truth for yourself. Hope to see you again.
Our road was a long one, but here we are at...
Welcome. If you think me a liar, then buy something and see the truth for yourself. Many thanks to you.
The Jadeite orb is safely in hand.
At least here I can let down my hair.
I live life as I please.
There you are! Pray, tell me, have you found the Jadeite orb? Oh, thank you, thank you! Now, my friend... Pray, take this. I know 'tisn't much, but right, I'd best get going. Sir, though we...
I hope Sir Othulf shall lead a life free of cares, now that we have released him from his shackles.
Such moments make me proud to serve the Arisen.
So, how goes it? Did you manage to retrieve the Jadeite orb? Very well. Pray continue. So, how goes it? Did you manage to retrieve the... I see. That is most... No matter. Your failure has... Farewell, Arisen.
Sir Fulvio, the artist whose service Sir Clark... commission. Is residing in Batal. Shall we go and meet with him?
Even the best of us has his limits, I suppose.
Peruse at your leisure. No shortage of eating. And very acquired to show for it.
None of us is guaranteed tomorrow.
Alas, it would seem I've taken on too much.
Perhaps 'tis time we returned to our base of operations and deposited some of our finds.
Ah, there you... I must ask, where did you acquire... To be plain, 'tis more poison than physic. It has the potential to heal one's ailment, certainly. But only if they could survive long enough, which isn't likely. Worse still, it has addictive properties that are likely to cause the patient... I say patient, but I should hope whoever made this did not intend it as a method of treatment.
When does my watch end? I've been forgotten.
That's enough intellectual labor for one day.
A chance to put my feet up is as welcome as fine ale.
Peruse at your leisure, sir.
Suppose I'll start dusting. Go on, have a look. Tis a thankless job, this. Tis no easy thing. Still a while to go before the ship's over.
At least here I can let down my hair. Only fools and urchins boast of their cosmos.
One day now, be too careful.
My knees have been acting up of late.
Wearing armor.
Always got to be in the thick of things, me.
I'm dead, that's quite enough. You wish me to return? At once, Master.
I'm not taking any passenger.
Wearing armor.
this is guaranteed tomorrow. It's just life.
Really now?
I'll not take that from you.
What's going on? Maybe I'll treat myself to a tickle before bed. Oh, I could just about anywhere. Suppose I could visit someplace.
That's quite enough.
Polish up my gear for tomorrow.
One can never
None of this is guaranteed tomorrow. It's just life.
Off we trot.
The sight of yon ox cart has brought all my fatigue to the fore. Shall we climb aboard?
This ox cart, I'll not take you anywhere till I've had my due.
There are useful ingredients to be gathered here, I'll wager.
No harm in picking a few.
That's packed up today.
Naught to look forward to, but a long day of work. I'll gladly stay a while.
Can't help but see a turncoat in every face.
I've just remembered this. I've somewhere to be. Hi. How do you do?
Let me be the one to collect it.
What are you doing? Unhand me this instant.
Many thanks for your assistance in this matter. Elena is being questioned as we speak. Suffice to say, your testimony... Pray have this, sir. 'Tis...
When does my watch end? I've been on my feet all day. My legs are as lead.
My back's so stiff after a day's
I could see myself having a kip.
Anywhere's better than the middle of a crowd.
Mayhap you'll learn aught of this scoundrel who would claim your title if you attend a palace masquerade. Onward to Vernworth Castle. Though I cannot enter the palace myself, I will at least escort you to the entrance.
You have our gratitude. Lead the way.
This ladder can take us to new heights.
We ought to put it to good use.
I fear this trial is too much for one such as me. Oh, heavens above, it was you. Was the acts she committed, what do you expect will befall the rest of us in her absence? Without the abbess, I... Forgive me. I will do what I can.
This place cheers me right. Greetings.
My prayers will surely be rewarded. Wickedness has no hold.
Dead on my feet. I don't like it here. Maybe I want to go home. The sun's too bright for these poor eyes.
All this worrying is giving me an itchy back.
Wonder how long this job's supposed to last. Wonder if there's any easy work to be had.
Feel eyes on my back, watching me.
Shall we get...
A good sleep does wonders.
Off we go then. A new day, a new perspective.
Would that I could spend
Well met, son. How might I be of service?
After market I go.
Good day, sir. What might you be looking for?
This ox cart's bound. I'll not take you anywhere till I've had my due.
When does my watch end? I've clean forgotten.
Ooh, I can't wait to find out what's inside.
What delights might there be to find in town today?
Peruse at your leisure, sir.
Places were so welcoming as this.
I've been on my feet all day. My legs
Place
are
got to be in
dead.
the thick of things, me. One can never be too careful.
What? Why, she's the lady... Ah, of course. That's why you had me look at that mixture. Well, I'll have naught more to do with this, thank you. But, I suppose... Don't look at me like that. I'll require a significant donation. See? Now, you'll find that I'm happy to aid those in need, so long as I get... No need to fret.
Can't help but see a turncoat in every face.
Ah, a material. Useful thing.
I don't believe I had any visitors. Begone! I have no hospitality to
I'll harvest what I can, should it please you.
You'd think they'd learn by now not to creep up on me.
Well met, sir. How was the day treating you then?
Must you run so fast? I can hardly keep you in my sights, Arisen.
No time to catch your breath. Try to keep up.
This ox cart's bound for Verm. I'll need to see some coin before I let you on.
Polishing my arm. I've got to focus.
This spell will empower you with elemental magic. Why not what you
One might confidently call that a resounding victory.
Well, I'm sure there's still room for improvement.
Always doing about a dozen things at once.
Mayhap this ladder is here for a reason.
Perhaps new discoveries await us above.
Tis you. You can't know how great I could feel death's hand at my throat, and that horrid abbess urging. But owing to your aid, here I am, feeling myself again.
Good tidings, sir. A doctor has come, Sir Radcliffe. He's been tending to our patients, and I am thrilled to say that their condition is much improved. He's even... I am eternally grateful. But when I told him as much, though we have no doubt lost favor in the people's eyes, I hoped you might make use of this.
Ingredients are plentiful hereabouts.
I've not got...
I shall gladly aid you if 'tis...
As I recall, we have another matter to attend to in this domain.
So many choices. Glad I don't have to make them.
I am proud of my devotion.
on my feet. Maybe I'll keep right here.
Can scarce afford to keep us fed these days.
I'll gladly stay a while.
Naught of import ever happens here, anyhow.
Off to market with you if you want some vegetables.
May the heavens
There's comfort in the humdrum of daily life.
We must rest, though the sun is still up.
This place cheers me right.
Our adventure continues.
Come. We've much to be getting on with.
Oh, I don't know about you, but I am full of vim and vigour.
Am I attended to the day's work?
I'm going to go exploring.
My being here.
If you must go off on your own, there's naught to be done. I only hope you'll return sooner rather than later.
'Tis not our place to hurry the Arisen.
Naught of import ever happens here, anyhow.
Well, have you found some place? Oh, to think such a place exists. Guide me outside, then.
I mustn't let the captain see my legs.
I'm surrounded by winches on all sides.
I should very much like to rejoin you, Master.
If you truly are, words may be wit, mayhap, the knowledge I've gained.
First things first, we must speak with Captain Brandt.
None of us is guaranteed tomorrow. It's just life.
Kel is. Vermund was once a beast-ring kingdom.
Fascinating.
Indeed, though 'tis not widely known among the common folk.
We're in the right place, but the one we're due to meet has yet to show. Ought we to wait for them?
Ought to head home before I get an earful.
There is much we ought to tend to. If we are to strengthen your... It seems Magistrate Wardor mayhap it would be prudent to visit... Now, would you be so kind as to return the key I lent you? I thank you. Pray, take this.
Outstanding!
We have achieved our objective.
We mustn't grow complacent, but steel ourselves for the trials to come.
There is much we ought to tend to. If we all shall change, once we have If your Majesty has any unfinished business to attend to, Your Majesty, I apologize for my brusqueness. Is there aught else you would speak of, Your Majesty? So the acting chief of Melv was blamed. I suspect this, however, I've heard no report. It may well be that she is safe. Perchance, she has fled somewhere outside of Deesa's reach. Is there aught else you would speak of, Your Majesty? So, however, I've heard it may well be that Is there aught else you would speak of, Your Majesty? So, however, I've heard no report. It may well be that she is safe. Is there aught else you would speak of, Your Majesty? Do not forget that we work to serve the citizenry.
Over here, if you would. Yon path leads not to our destination. If you would prefer to explore, I shall guide you another time.
Perhaps the Arisen has recalled some more pressing business. Fret not. I'm sure we'll come back to this eventually.
If I could, I'd never leave.
What would you of me?
Anything for you, Arisen. Off I go.
Mayhap I'll seek out a town I've yet to visit. This ladder can take us to new heights.
Ah, excellent find.
But I forget myself. I should like to speak with... She is the spitting image of my... It is my hope that she...
Diana! Would you paint...
Young master,
Diana has the right of it. I seek only the freedom to leave my mother is bedridden, you see, and her mind, whenever I am absent, by leaving a look-alike in the house, I hope... Would you be willing to lend your assistance? Thank you so very much.
'Twas in the slums that I witnessed...
There are useful ingredients to be gathered here, I'll wager.
Shall we see if there's aught to be found while we're here?
No one is bothered with a wretch like me.
You don't care.
Pity me, do you?
I'll gather these now. 'Twould be a shame to forget their location when we need them most.
Need someone to talk. I know.
Ne'er in my wildest...
Not many rumors to be had around.
Living's odd.
This looks as good a place as any.
You don't need a permit to get in. Just hide in the back of an ox cart, aye? It works. Mind, you've got to avoid the guard. That's line of sight. But it's easy, you know. A common reward.
Hoy, Arisen! I was hoping you'd come by, so I could... You wanted to ask me a favor this... So, this noble boy wants me to... I mean, I don't know the first thing about being a noble. Besides, are you sure we can... All right, I'll do it. But...
Suppose that's enough for one day.
I only hope my best is good enough.
Would that I could spend all day.
Suppose I could visit someplace new.
Shame on you.
Quite the predicament.
Have you a different destination in mind, Master? Very well. I shall follow your lead instead.
The Arisen is capricious indeed. But don't despair. We shall count upon your guidance when the time comes.
Look, young master. She's here.
Indeed. Diana, will you dress her?
As you wish, young master. This way.
What a kindness you've done me. I'm hoping a little cheer, and she was born there.
All is ready, young master.
You know, the road... I heard the safest way to get there...
The lands around is not only poison, the lands around is not only poison the plant.
I hear the safest way to get...
Well then, I ought to be... I must confess, I only hope I've not... You think I ought to bring some medicine and monster repellent with me? What precisely would you suggest? My thanks. Now,
Take care, young master.
Come back safe!
Thank you for your aid in all of this, sir.
if you please. Here already, are we? I would appreciate your swift return, Master. A fell unease begins to gnaw at me when you are gone over long.
I suppose all we can do is wait.
Don't look to me to solve this.
Mayhap you've been misinformed, sir. But there isn't really a masquerade this day.
Perchance you've the sovereign, wounded in indeed. 'Tis a weight of...
You...
I think that will do for pleasant.
We're the best there is.
Wait for the new equipment to come in. I'd sooner stay out of battle, were it possible.
Do speak up if you've a request.
I warn you.
I pray not those
watch finishes without incident.
This is a peaceful place.
I would fain aid you. Mayhap you've been... Oh, how lovely. I'll have to remember this place. Oh, I'm in fine fettle today.
There's a time and a place for idleness carried on the wind.
This job better be worth it. I could see myself.
I'll admit, I did worry you'd forgotten me.
I'd soon stay out of that.
Ingredients are plentiful hereabouts.
No harm in picking a few.
Tis a lad. Shall we see where it leads?
We ought to put it to good use.
This looks as good a place as any. What to do? A sprinkle of this. Well met, sir.
There is much we ought to tend to, if we are to strengthen your majesty's masquerades being as they are. Much is made of appearances as is there aught else you would speak of, your majesty? Aught shall change, if your majesty has any unfinished business. Very well. The coronation is to take place on the morrow. We shall depart early in the morn, so your majesty would do well to get a good night's rest.
Master, pray, leave this place. My body, it refuses to obey me. There is a voice within my mind. It commands me, sways my very will.
Sways your will? Could it be that the gods sway? We must quit this place, your majesty. I fear our plans may fall to naught. Let us return to the tavern. We've been had. The false sovereign commanded the pawns at the coronation, proving his own power has arisen. According to Regent King Sven, the pretender was wearing some sort of lavish neck. I imagine this artifact is the godsway mentioned in that. Chance 'tis a tool that grants power akin to that of the true arisen. 'Twould do much to explain the events that we have. Alas, unless we find some way to unmake this godsway's power, proving your majesty. Allow me to speak to the agent we captured some days past. Perchance he knows aught of use.
Never could I have imagined such an outcome. What manner of artifact is this godsway? I suppose 'tis pointless to ponder. Let us await the results of Captain Brandt's investigation.
There is much we ought to tend to, if we are to strengthen your So that, however, I've heard no. It may well be that. Is there aught else you would speak of, your majesty? Masquerades being as they are, much is made of appearances at such gatherings, and 'twould be. Is there aught else you would speak of, your majesty? Do not forget that we work to serve the citizen.
Right. Just follow me.
Well met, sir.
Mayhap it's time.
Welcome.
Oh, could use a rest.
Well met, sir.
I'll claw out his...
Oh, there's something written here.
Let's have a look then.
Welcome. And quality's what you need if you want to survive.